Good morning, our people. I hope
Morning.
it's still morning. Sorry for being late. We had a serious technical challenge here, but to God be the glory. We got it fixed, and we're here. So, as usual, please help us to share, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. God is working on our behalf. We have to do the rest. God has done everything for us. We just have to accept His gifts and use it to our benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God our people are waking up. They're asking the right questions. Our women are involved because, once women arrive, things will have to move fast because we're the one giving birth to all these children that you guys are denying their destinies and destroying their futures and all those kind of stuff. So we are here to do the right thing. So welcome to the program. We are happy to have you here. So in the interest of time, I will let my sister. Oh, my name is Munachim Saga, and I'm here in Texas, and I will allow my sister to introduce herself. Sister, if you can hear me, all of a sudden
Yes,
I feel like I'm
I
losing
can.
my
I
voice.
can hear. I can hear you.
Okay, audience,
Thank.
help us please. If you can't hear very well, let me know. I can increase my volume. I have my volume to the highest, but I can increase the volume of my voice. I was a little bit upset because of the little challenge that we had this morning. So, but it's okay. We are here. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Sister Mona. Thank you, our viewers. Those that are returning, we appreciate you. And those that are seeing this video for the first time, please watch not only this one. Go to our website and watch more videos so that you understand the things happening around you. It's very important because it will help you to be present in the moment and you begin to think and rationalize things properly. Please help us to share, like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, everything, and leave us comments because at the end of the program, we'll go around to answer questions and then make sometimes some people will say, oh, we need the PowerPoint and make requests and then we'll respond to them. Thank you so much. My name is Dr. Ekwi Simon Okube. I live in Lexington, Kentucky here. All right. Let me share also before we start.
Yes, let's just use a few minutes to share before we start, as usual. Because some people are not getting this information. So help us to do the same. We are all in this together. We are stakeholders. You're part of this work that we are doing. You sharing enables others to get the information so that we can get home faster. So we can get home faster. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the program. Mm. Yeah, our viewers, especially those that I'm sending this to. Please, I hope you are sending all the information that I'm forwarding to you. I hope it's not one of those, what a year ago, this is not right, so don't keep it for yourself. What a year ago, oh, you're doing well, I like what you're doing, and you're not sharing. Please, make sure you're sharing to your other platforms, you're sharing with your colleagues, you're sharing with your friends, your homies, whatever you call them, please share. We need to all understand this information so that we can move in unison, right? Like Sister Q will say, we don't want to be going, somebody say, because they didn't get the information. So please help us to share after you review or you watch. Help us to share with others, discuss with other people. Get this information around. Don't use it to intimidate someone. So English, from brother Tony. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to give our people the information that they need so we can make an informed decision moving forward. So help us to share, help us to like, share, and share. All right. Thank you so much. I think we'll get started because we have wasted a lot of time trying to start this morning. Thank you, brother Ohi Unuyigwe. Thank you so much for sharing. I can see that you have shared. Thank you. We hope all would, everybody else will do the same. So thank you so much. All right. Sister, is this on Facebook? I can't find it on my Facebook. Kiseku, can you hear me?
I can, yeah, yes, it's on Facebook and it's on YouTube.
I can't find it on my Facebook.
I'm trying to post it on the so that I see it.
You're showing me the one from last week.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, that's can imagine.
as live. That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, I can see. I can see the live one. Yeah, I can see today's one. I just posted it on
Send
Dr.
them in our WhatsApp. I think it'll be easier that way. Let me
Yeah,
click it from there.
okay. Doing that.
Okay, thank you. I got it.
You send it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
That's-
Well. We have some nonsense going on today, but it's not spiritual. This is all technical,
Yep.
technical issues, and we're going to get it fixed. So
Mm-hmm.
it goes with our topic that the problem of Nigeria is not is physical but not spiritual. So let's not get it twisted. Some people may sit at home and say, "Well, call home," but that's why they're not coming on air. No, no. The system can fail at any point in time, so we
Yep.
need to fix it. So
Black
according,
America.
huh?
I say hack American fail at
Yeah,
any time.
can fail, right? So we are good to go. So according to our Colonel Ojukwu, Nigerian independence of 1960 was meant to be the beginning of a journey to nationhood. However, since that journey has since been derailed, we cannot move forward until the right steps are taken. This is according to Daughters of Truth. And it makes sense. We cannot move forward until the right things are done. According to the experts, the entire 1999 constitution is forged, fake, like any other thing you've ever seen in this world, more than any other thing you have seen in this universe. Like any forged document, such as passports, currency, the forged 1999 constitution should be trashed, ntufu, not amended. In a true federation, the right thing to do is for the constituent members to make constitution that will govern them and shape their existence. Is this too much to ask for? Why are our people ignoring the basic question of our foundation and leaving it to talk about other stuff? Why are the so-called people in charge running around to make amends when we have 68 exclusive lists that will take us 1 million years to fix at the rate that they're going? The Nigerian 1999 constitution cannot be compared to any other constitution in the world because specifically under section 308 of the 1999 constitution, the president slash the vice president, governors, and deputy governors have immunity to do anything they want. Also, under Section 66D, it grants them blanket immunity to all in the name of the government of Nigeria to commit all manner of atrocities it grants blanket immunity to those that work in the name of Nigeria to commit all manner of atrocity that they happened in 19 January 15 or 1966 to May 29 of 1999. So you see, we cannot work on this. We cannot work with this constitution. So from the foregoing, it is clear why the populace cannot expect those, such as Obasanjo and his group, the class of 1966, those that benefited from the crime against humanity, for them to come and make any change for us. Therefore, it is all on us, the indigenous ethnic nations and their people suffering under the evil yoke, to cast away the things that they are tired of, things that frustrated them, things that will not allow them to control their destinies, or things that will not allow them to move forward. So today, we'll continue our enlightenment campaign and mobilization towards moving that place called Nigeria into transition for union reconfiguration. What did I say? We are moving Nigeria into transition for union reconfiguration, and we will not have it any other way. We will not take any shortcut. We will not take any fake amendments. We will not take any fake prayers. We will not take any. Somebody came on air the other day. It's like, oh, let's move forward. It's okay. It's only election, dude. No, we are not going to listen for those doing well for themselves. We want all our people to do well. So stop the deceit, stop the noise making, stop the run around that you're doing, thinking that you're doing something for ourselves. You guys have failed. Your leadership, since you started running that place called Nigeria, you guys have failed woefully. You have done anything. You have not done anything to make anybody proud to be a Nigerian, except for those that continue to live in Osman Danfodio camp and they're okay with it. For us that are not okay with it, we are done. We are so done. So I'm going to pull up the first video. Like always, we have videos on ninasvoice.org that you can go to enlighten yourself, to learn more, to become the lawyer, to become that jurisprudence that we talk about here. You can see and understand exactly what is going on at every point in time. And thank you, Ninas, for the work that everybody is doing, for bringing up timely videos to address any shenanigans that these so-called, I don't even have names for them. I don't want to call them names. They are running around pretending like they're ruling something. We all know they are not ruling nothing but except their bank accounts, as well as their children that they send overseas after they have destroyed our place. So let me pull up this first video and then we'll go from there. Sister P, go ahead and add.
Thank you, my dear. Honestly, we listen to some conversation among the ethnic nations, and you hear so much hatred. You see people talking as if they're dealing with the devil. In fact, they don't even deal with the devil like that. Meanwhile, they're just talking to their so-called members of Nigerians, their fellow Nigerians. And we're telling them, stop lying to yourselves. You're too diverse, and there's so much hatred in you that you cannot operate under unitary constitution, which is why Ninas is telling everyone, dress back to your ancestral land. Don't claim another person's ancestral land. For self-determination, you have to be on your ancestral land, and then we'll go for referendum. Those that want to go, we go. Those that want to stay, will stay. And then you have true federalism, confederation, whatever it is that the people decide. But my people will say, when you say, I want self-determination, yet I don't want another person to go or stay or decide whether it needs to go or stay. That's not going to happen. Everyone will have is the people's right. Self-determination is the people's right. So please stop all this anger, stop all this whatever that people are doing, this exhibition of thick ignorance. Sit your behind. Let's discuss like adults. Thank you so much, my sister. Go ahead.
The country to right now is that a trap has been set in the electoral process itself, in which whatever happens, whatever those who want to derail the election, we suspect there's a plan to derail the election itself in order to land everybody in a situation where election is not going on. And Section 135, let the lawyers in Nigeria listen carefully. Most of us think that 4 years is the fixed tenure of the president. Section 135 of the Constitution of this fraudulent Constitution of Nigeria leaves a leeway that can alter that 4 years legitimately. And we suspect at this time, and that's the reason for the alarm we are raising now, we suspect that those who want to hold on to power for all times, the caliphate that wants to continue their conquest march by all means, are plotting to derail the election that is, that is stated. Yes, we want the election suspended so that we can go and sort out the constitutional basis that is damaged. That's a different subject matter from pretending you are going to election, but setting booby traps that will truncate the election in the middle of the conduct, so that you can now fall back on that provision to assume martial powers. We remember in 2020, some few months ago, we all remember the leaked memo of the Malami addressed to his principal, the Buhari, for how they could suspend the constitution and assume martial powers. We suspect that they want to set up things that will play out in such a way that the election suffers a heavy setback at the wrong time, so that they can fall into the provision, they can have a recourse to the provision of Section 135 that could alter the 4 years you thought was the tenure of the president. That 4 years, to let us know, like all the other frauds in the Constitution, the 4 years indicated as the tenure of office in Section 135 leaves a back, is made conditional to something that is not in anybody else's control than the people organizing the election. So that if they derail something around the election, it will mean that the journey has become inconclusive, and therefore they can draw the powers from that section that can be higher than the powers they have now. That is where we suspect they are going. And that is why we are raising this alarm, for everybody to know that it is possible for them to rely on these booby traps to set up the confusion that will enable them extend that tenure of 4 years to whatever they like.
Thank you.
All right, sorry about that.
No, I think, did you get to the end? It was
Yeah.
a short one. Yeah.
Let's get to the end.
Yes, so as my sister pulls up the PowerPoint, you see, like we said, the topic is Nigeria has a physical problem, not spiritual. Because each time we want to fix our problem, some of these church leaders and religious leaders, we come and make it sound as if it's something spiritual. Because when you think it's spiritual, you see, you cannot take responsibility. You'll be waiting for God to come and do it for you. If you know it's physical, that is something that you can actually do. You see, you want to be more responsible.
You will begin the work.
Yes, and say, what do you want me to do? So you will not feel incapacitated. You will not feel that you're not able to do anything. So this is the narrative we want to change. Please, Nigerian problem is not witchcraft. It's not voodoo. It's physical. It's coming mainly from thick ignorance. People are ignorant about issues that they should know, which is why we come here every Saturday to enlighten you, to educate you. So you are part of this member, this team. Is a teamwork. That's why we say, please share to your people. Once this ignorance is treated, our people will know what to do. Yep. It is not spiritual, it is physical. Do not let any church leader deceive you. Do not make anyone think that, oh, you have to be going to church, you have to pray for work, you have to pray for car, you have to pray for house, you have to pray for husband, you have to pray for everything. Incapacitate you and make the brain that God has given to you useless. There is a reason why God gave you a brain that is functioning at this level. You are meant to use your brain and solve problems. If you don't have enough information, you have facilities and institutions where you can go and get information that will enable you to solve the problem. And there are people that probably will know more than you. You allow them to speak and teach you. When you don't know, please close your mouth and listen. That's why you have 2 ears, so that you can know. If you don't know today, you can know tomorrow. Only if you will pay attention to the right information, and then you will learn. When knowledge comes, ignorance goes. Thank you. Please go ahead, my sister.
Yes. We cannot start this show without reminding our people that we still live in the estate of Usman Dan Fodio. These people told us this. Every time you turn around, they will make it sound like it's a tribal issue going on. Igbos against Yoruba, Yoruba against Igbo. Then when you look deep to see who is causing this problem, it's the same group of people. The same group of people that told the Hausas long time ago that their forefathers are the ones causing problem, that they are corrupt. They are the ones that have given us, like my brother said, corruption into the trillions. We are talking about millions before corruption was in millions, and then they move it to billions, and now they have escalated it to trillions. And yet they have the audacity to go and point fingers to other people, so that while you guys are fighting, they are busy carrying money in a bag and chasing, taking away, supporting their brothers in the forest to come and take over your land. So, like we keep saying, until we leave this estates of Usman Dan Fodio, we go nowhere. Things will continue to happen to us. We cannot control our destiny. They will ruthlessly prevent the change of power. And even when other people are in charge, when other people are in power, they would also have the remote control to tell you how it's gonna go and how it's not gonna go. After all, they are born to rule. They told us this a long time ago. I don't know how many times you've seen an Igbo person that told you that they are born to rule. But these particular people will tell you that they are born to rule, and they are proud of it. Because the place that you are has been established as their grandfather's estate. But Midas has given us a way to conquer this declaration. It's just that we are not paying enough attention yet. And we keep reminding you guys that God has already put you in groups, in sections. You're in church, you're in organization, you're this, you're that. I know for years, you guys have been using it to do guy. You've been using it to show, what different uniforms. You've been using it to give your name's title. I'm in charge of this. That's not what it's in for. So go to sleep tonight and ask God, what is that group supposed to be for? That group you're in charge of, that you guys are sewing uniform and showing yourself all over the place, is for a time like this. Let's make use of it. So we talk about the concept of nationhood, right? Because some people will tell you, oh, Nigeria is a nation, Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. They don't even know where they are. You're in a forest. Because nationhood begins with reaching consensus and declaration of sovereignty by the peoples. We have not done any of that. We weren't even forced. It was put upon us without our what is the word I'm trying to use?
Our contribution or input.
Without our contribution and input, there's another word, but that's similar idea. The same establishment of sovereignty through constitution making, that did not happen. They went to a hotel, slept with their girlfriends, wake up, went online and copy and pasted and make some changes and gave it to us and say, hey, this is how it's gonna go down. Then they went and find the areas that will make sure the class of 1966 will keep all their wealth. And they go around and become the godfather of the country and tell us, oh, now it's time to change the constitution. It's not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be constitution of the peoples. And we are watching criminals parading as godfathers. And we are clapping for them. Maintenance of sovereign nations. Maintenance of sovereign nation states through government institution and rule of law. We don't have that. We do not have any of these that we're talking about. What about national identity expressed through common language, shared values and cultures, belief system and set of symbols? What we're doing, Igbos are hiding. We are busy trying to please everybody else. We will never speak our language in front of everybody else because they will be offended. But everybody else is speaking their language in front of the Igbos and we are clapping for them. Oh, yeah. And then, when we see in Dutch, I super Igbo. But you've been speaking English since nobody has. Have you ever seen any white person clapping for you for speaking Igbo before? Speaking English. Deceit everywhere. So we don't have any concept of nationhood where we are from. It has never been given to us. If we don't meet even this minimal criteria, that means that everything that we've been saying and living is a lie. For those of you that want to, let's go to election and fix it so that we can move forward, and fix one Nigeria. One Nigeria is a declaration of your conquest. Somebody else has taken over your life and you live in their estate. Key components of nationhoods are sovereignty, self-determination, and self-sufficiency. We don't have any of those, none. And please begin to get this information, begin to write it down, because a lot of people are saying, get a good name with every side that you guys will come and be talking. You guys have none of this information for years because we'll fix it from there. Nobody have sat down, even with their PhD level, to go and see what is going on. And they don't even want to listen because they can speak English. And that's what my sister said. If you don't know, please, shut up. Shut up. It's not funny anymore. We have done it for years. It's no longer funny because the people that we are dealing with are not wasting time. They are going march on with their plan, their 50-year plan. They are marching on with it while you guys are there playing games. They will bring you census to come and incorporate their brothers and sisters into your neighborhoods. We have no time to waste. The union dispute and great constitutional grievances among the ethnic nation trapped within the geographical space called Nigeria is an indication that Nigeria is not yet a union. Can we understand that? Can we appreciate that? We are not yet a union. We're just a common enterprise that was set by Lord Ekwensu Lugard and his girlfriend for them to run their enterprise. And we are here once again promoting. Like I said, I'm not a Nigerian. I'm an Igbo. I'm from Igbo Nation. You know, get it through your head. Hate it or like it. I'm from Igbo Nation. I'm not a Nigerian. I don't belong to an estate of Osman and Fodi. I reject it. I reject it. I'll let my sister take over. That you can see from all indication from what we have mentioned so far that you have no nation. What you have again is a charade. What you have again is where they will put their own people that will represent their own Western interests, and they are running a show and telling us that we have democracy together. When they have democracy, where they are kind of demon can have with the tiger and a hellfire and sew us together and tell us that we have democracy, when there is no indication whatsoever that we live in a nation like America or UK or any other place for that matter. Go ahead, my sister.
And I thank you. You see, please help us to share, like, this discussion must hold, and it has to be held in a civil manner. No hatred for other ethnic nations. No need, no fighting anybody. We have fought enough. We can actually sit down peacefully and talk like adults. This is 2023. We're not in ancient times. Did you know in Europe, they were fighting and killing themselves until they sat down and formed nations. And then they recognized their ethnic nations.
Sisekui, I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, she's frozen. Let's just give her a few minutes to come back in. She got frozen with her mouth open. That's crazy.
No way.
Okay, Sisekui, you got cut off. Are you back? Huh?
Wow.
Can you hear me?
Like, what's going on? Thank you so much. Yes, I can hear you. What's going on? But it's okay. It's technical issues.
Technical issues. Go ahead.
So, let me know. Can you hear me, please?
Yes.
In that Nigeria, we have over 350 ethnic nations. But the beauty of it is that each exists on its ancestral land. Igbo people have Igbo land. Yoruba people have Yoruba land. Ijaw people have Ijaw land. Tiv people have Tiv land. So why are we fighting? Why are we struggling? Except that some people came and merged us together, scrambled us together, balkanized us, and then we start fighting. This is what we're saying. You need to get informed. You need to get this knowledge. Share this information to our people so that they will begin to calm down. Calm down, because we can fix this. Ninas has helped us to fix this. So the topic, the section we are looking at says Esau sold his birthright because of thick ignorance and love for food. Today we have people that are trying to sell their people, sell their resources, and then when they're done, they cause chaos everywhere. because they love self-benefit. They love what the enemy is giving. They love the national cake. They love the crumbs. But they're not thinking about the people. They're not thinking about my own people, your own people. They're not doing that. Because if we have the right system, nobody will fight anybody. Because you have your land, I have my land. You're settled in your land, I'm settled in my land. If I come to your land, you give me the terms and conditions I used to be in your land. We will not have what we say, one Nigeria, yet nobody owns anything, and everybody is so loyal to his own ancestral nation, which we are not saying anything. It's okay, that's self-determination. But you must allow other people to self-determinate. That's the condition given by the 2007 United Nations Declaration for Indigenous Peoples' Rights. He said that self-determination is the people's right. It is your right. However, you must allow your neighbors to have their own self-determination. You cannot stop and close down the seaports and international ports in Southeast and then open your own and say, I want one Nigeria, where my own port is the only one that is open and your own ports are closed down. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that because you're going to cause chaos. So please send these videos to people so that their brain will begin to change. Nigeria is a collection of ethnic nations held together under gunpoint and forged constitution. The politicians are the ones selling their people for selfish gains. The politicians are the Isos with their religious leaders, whether church, Islam or not, because they give them things. These politicians give them things to say the things they say. Give them things so that they don't sit down and analyze what we help the people, what we work for the peoples. They just talk what they want to talk. God created Nigeria when God did not. The God that created Nigeria is called Lord Lugard, not the God of heaven that we worship. And he is a business entity, it's a business enterprise. He created it to benefit his own people.
That's it.
Britain.
Pure and simple.
So if you love your people, you will not continue to build what another man created for the benefit of his own people at the detriment of your own people.
Here.
Politicians, are you listening to us? One Nigeria under the 1999 Constitution. It is not the people's project. It is not your people's project. It's the project of the colonial masters. That is why they did not allow the people to make the constitution that will govern them. They imposed their document on the people.
And they have the audacity to parade it as democracy, as if we are stupid and we don't know what democracy is.
Exactly. As if when you now come to Nigeria, democracy now has a new definition. Democracy is a universal term, and it has the same meaning all over the world. Nigerian own will not be different. What you have in Nigeria is not democracy. My sister has explained it, and he used one big word I can't even pronounce. I know it's crazy. So, man-made hardship that you see in Nigeria is in order for them to wear down the people with hunger and suffering so that they will cave into their evil and give up their lands and sovereignty. It's intended for a purpose. So that's why when you see them do what they do, when you look at it, it does not make sense. You say, why is somebody doing this? We'll give you an example. You see how they collected your money? They trickily collected your money. Say, oh, in the middle of nowhere, in the time that people are preparing for so-called election, all of a sudden, come on your family now, as if they are pressed and they want to use the restroom. Bam, they say they want to change money. You look at what they change, it's just color. You say, what's the urgency? What's the emergency? We're in the middle of your so-called project that we say you should not go with. What is the sudden attack that now made it that, oh, everybody bring in your money, bring in your money, bring in your money. They took the money away from you to create hardship.
Mm.
So that, because something is still ahead, because I hear people say, I thought they said after election everything will be okay. It's not okay yet. There's still somewhere they're going. By May 29th, you understand it better. But they needed to put you in that bad situation where you don't have any say because you're looking for food. If you check the Maslow triangle of need, when you are pushed to the base where you are looking for survival, where you are looking for food, you don't have any power to fight anybody. All you want is food. My cousin was recounting to me yesterday what they went through trying to get their own money to feed their children.
Mm.
Some people died. Women that were in labor couldn't access money to pay for hospital bills. Some babies were born still because they couldn't. Some people couldn't get transportation to get to hospital when it mattered most, and they died. For what, you will say? For sham, for nothing. Our people died for nothing. Why? Because we are in Usman Danfodio estate. We are in a slave camp because slaves do not have rights. All of a sudden, they said they want cashless society. Cashless society in a society that lacks electricity, no internet. I traveled with my children the other time just to get internet. You pay and pay. And even when you finish, you are still having to fix the things. What is so urgent is cashless society. In America, we don't even have cashless society yet. We do not.
And we know who runs these banks that makes all the money off of all of this. The same group of people, you guys will come from Fulani, Bowandibo. Unaga from the other side, Ndibo. But you guys are the one running the banks. You guys are the one running the country. You guys are the one running everything. You guys are the one running ports. You guys are the ones stealing our cars when we bring them home. You guys are the one charging us extra when we bring things home. You guys are the one charging so much tickets so that we cannot come back home. You guys, and you turn around and you try to blame it on all the other people. We know what you're doing, and we are watching.
Untold hardship for the people so that they will not have a say is intentional. That's what we call it man-made. The hardship in Nigeria is man-made. Are the journalists listening to us? The hardship in Nigeria, the things that the people are suffering in Nigeria, they are man-made, and even other Africans, but we are starting with Nigeria. The unwarranted fuel scarcity in a so-called country that is number 6 oil-producing nation country is unwarranted. Students are deliberately kept out of school to increase the ignorance.
Hey.
These are man-made and it's intended. There's a purpose for it. Now you're hearing all sorts of lies by these caliphate agents because you hear the people that they employ. You hear them on social media, clubhouses, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. Some are singing for them. Some are acting for them, saying useless things that do not make sense. Things that when you listen, you say, is this one an adult or what is going on here? They have been paid. They're working for their money. They are the Esau's of our land. They don't know. They don't want to accept that they don't know. Yet they want to talk to the people because of the things they want to gain. So from all corners, all quarters, bombarding the people with lies and propaganda. Why are they doing that? To distract them from the main problem. To distract the ethnic nations, the owners of the land, from their problem, which is the forged 1999 Constitution. It is a forgery. It is a forgery. And what do you do to forgery? Like my sister said when she was introducing this topic, you trash it. If your international passport is forged, they will not amend it. They throw it away. If you have a currency that is forged, nobody will use it. In fact, you will even be penalized for being in possession of it. So how do you want to build a country or a union on forgery? Nobody builds on quicksand. And you think you will succeed? And they're dragging you like mumu, mumu, mumu to the place.
In the name of the Lord, too.
In the name of the Lord. And we say, the Lord you're calling is not our God, it's Lord Lugard. You have the Caliphate's foot soldiers already positioned to do their bits and play the tricks. They beat you, they give you crumbs, they give you carrots, they beat you, they toss carrot in front of you, and they have their foot soldiers by the corner doing their thing. They are divided in different groups. But we are telling you today, food is not everything. Food is not everything.
And neither is money everything.
Exactly. And money is not everything. Don't sell off the next generation. That's not the way to go. There's a solution on the table. Stop chasing personal gains at the detriment of your own people. That is not good. Whether they make it hard for you today or easy, the right thing to do is to push for Nina's proposition. Stand with the truth. The truth is that you did not make the 1999 Constitution. And if you have never made a constitution, that means you don't have a union. You don't have a country. You don't have a union, to use the proper term. So for the hope of liberation and self-determination, stand with truth. Please. Like my sister said, these people do not hide what they do. They tell us ahead of time. We're just not paying attention. That's why we're saying enough of this nonchalant attitude. When your enemy is telling you what he will do to you before he does it, instead of you to listen and plan how to escape, you will stay there until it happens to you. The Caliphate told us that power will not leave naught. Did you not hear it? They say power will not leave naught. The problem is that when we don't interpret properly, when they say what they say, they walk towards it. The first thing they do.
What's his name? What is that? Ahmadi Bello told him that even into the foreseeable future,
yes,
that they see that you will never control your future or be anything else less than the slave they want you to be in the camp. And these people have been working steadily on the plan that they have for their Osman Dan Fodio's estate. And you're still not getting it through your thick head that you live in a slave camp.
So it's when they said this that we told our people, say there's no point going into trap with these people. Bring down the whole system. And remember, we did not say boycott. I don't know how many times we will have to say it. Can people listen? Nina never said boycott. If we boycott, they'll still do what they want to do now. We said stop the vehicle. Stop the vehicle. Somebody is driving into your farmland, trying to destroy everything that you planted. Are you going to boycott it and say, okay, just travel and go? You will do everything within your power to stop it. Whether by putting nail in front of the tire, whether by tying rope and pulling the car vehicle backwards, whatever, you stop the vehicle. That's what Nina said. He said, stop the voyage to 2023 election because it's not what you need. You need transition into union renegotiation, reconfiguration, and reconstruction. That's what Nina said. But you know what? Caliphate also, because we told that they are watching what we're doing, they also were planning. We will break the plans to you. So they deliberately crashed the 2023 electoral voyage. Yes, they have crashed it. And the only reason they were able to crash it is because of 1999 Constitution. They used the 1999 Constitution to crash it. And as a result, that 1999 Constitution is going down. Look at the picture we put in front of you. It's domino effect. If you crash the election, you have crashed the Constitution and you have crashed the fake union. They did it by themselves. Caliphate did it by them. You know how you choke your leg by yourself? when you are chasing somebody and you choke your leg by yourself. Our people know choke on wada. Walk on where Ninas, all Ninas did is to carry lights. Anywhere they hide, put the lights. So they are running, in trying to run here, run here, run here, run here, run left, run here. They now crashed the vehicle. We are saying, stop the vehicle, don't move, don't move. They were moving in a hurry. Want to move, want to move. They crashed the vehicle by themselves. So we will tell you, as daughters of truth, that the voyage, the electoral voyage, the 2023 electoral voyage has crashed. And guess who crashed it? Caliphate.
All by themselves, with no help.
All by themselves. We are saying, stop, stop. They crashed it by themselves. And you know what? As a result, the 1999 Constitution is going down. So what is coming on May 29th? May 29th is a victory day for Caliphate. You will say, how? Because we told you that they are functioning in their own depraved mind. So they crashed the election so that they can carry the people to where they are going. We want the election to be stopped so that we renegotiate. They crashed it so that they will carry whatever that is left to somewhere else. So on May 29th, they are going to celebrate the victory of what they have done. But you, the conquered people, you have to pay attention to Ninas. And Ninas will direct you on what to do. And videos are coming out, like my sister said. Share those videos. Watch them. If you don't understand, call us. Send text to the Thoughts of Truth. And other people, because we are not alone. Ask them, what does this mean? What does this mean? Because you must give a great interpretation to things that are happening. As we speak, we have 3 options now. Now that the election has crashed. There is the conquest drive by the Fulani-controlled illicit federal government of Nigeria, where they are driving, because we told you that the federal government of Nigeria, the so-called federal government of Nigeria, has been hijacked by the Fulani Caliphate. So they are moving. Even when they crashed the election, they are still moving. Where they are going, their own destination is not your destination.
Nope.
Their destination is complete conquest. That is where they are going. There's another group of people, we call them the merchants of Nigeria. They are the politicians. They have their own destination. Where they are going is give the people false hope of new Nigeria. Is a false hope. That's what Ninas is telling you.
Why they do good for themselves.
Why they benefit from it, do good from it, massively benefit from it, including the lawyers, the San, the people that call themselves San. Because that's all they do for years. Anytime there's an election, they bring their apakara that they used to pack after Fodra. They were putting it because they have to do electoral tribunal, INEC, whatever, EFCC, whatever. It's all about sharing the stolen money. So all of them, we call them, including church, imams, all of them, we call them merchants of Nigeria. Why they are giving the people false hope. One Nigeria, new Nigeria is coming, new Nigeria is coming. They are packing the things that the Fulani, because they are agents of the caliphate, they are packing money into their bags. The third option is for the peoples. You, yes, you're listening to us. This is your own option. Your option is liberation. Your option is self-determination. Your option is freedom, because this one Nigeria does not belong to you.
I don't even know why people are still struggling with this information. How are you guys pushing for a nation that have left you destitute, that took your destinies away, that left you where you could never imagine, and you're watching your children running in circles? Like, what else, what other evidence do you guys need to know to see that this thing is not for you? That if you have your own place where you have right as a human being, you'll be able to do more for yourself and do more for the other people, that if you're so concerned about it, you have enough resources to take care of yourself and take care of other people. Why do we have to sit in this ofe manoko that is not good for us?
Simple.
Please help us to share. Continue to help us to share and like, please.
It's so simple, my people. It's so simple. Your liberation is coming, will come through taking down the 1999 Constitution. They did it in South Africa, 1990, when they pulled down the apartheid Constitution. Yes, the people did. People power, the way you are doing NSAS and doing obedient, that motivation, that mobilization, all those mobilization, you mobilize and push down on that lever. That's what you're supposed to do. You mobilize yourself to get the constitution down. It's true mobilization. We are not telling you go to main road and start allowing those caliphate military to shoot you. We are not saying go to this and do that. No, like my sister said, you're already in churches. You're already in organizations. You're already in groups. Just make discussion. Just discuss there. That's the mobilization. Enlighten the people that 1999 Constitution, we did not make it. It needs to go down. Spread the news inside. Nobody will come and shoot you when you are in your house discussing. When you have your ethnic nations, because you all have your ethnic meetings. Ndibo we have. Yoruba people you have. So if you have your ethnic meetings, rather than stay there and be discussing about your hatred for Ndibo, which will not do anything to stop Ndibo. If you're blessed, you're blessed. The matter amount that you're discussing the hatred that you have for them, it will not change anything. So rather than waste your time discussing about how you hate this Ndibo so much, discuss how you want to liberate yourself from this
and your people
jail, and yourself, of course, how to liberate your people from this jail, Ngaporoka, this prison that we are inside. It's not Ndibo that jailed you.
Every one of them is benefiting from Ndibo. If not from economic standpoint, it's from spiritual standpoint. They are the one benefiting, and they still have the audacity to be calling Ndibo.
Please, let's stop these childish things that we see some people do. And youths, please do not allow people to mislead you. Some of these old people, their brain, it's like there's how is that thing when something is?
They have syphilis, my dear.
Vascular
dementia.
Yeah, vascular dementia. So the vessels in their brain got thickened, and enough blood is not going. I know if blood doesn't go into the brain, oxygen will not get there. So one thing that you teach them 20 times, they will never get it. So the brain is just like they won't get anything. So our youth, please do not allow this type of people to lead you astray. They are the ones that will take you into fake election, and they are the ones that will tell you that they want self-determination. They are the ones that will tell you that you need to hate other people. They are so confused. They don't know what they want in life.
Indeed.
Yes. They are so confused. So please calm down, our youths, our children, calm down. You don't need to fight anyone. Just listen so that you understand who your enemy is. It was done, like we said, in 1990 in South Africa. They also did it in Chile. Chile, just 2020 now. All they did was occupy the streets. They were there eating and taking turns. They did not look for anybody's trouble. They were just there. By time, there are many ways to kill a rat, or kill a rat without splashing blood everywhere. It's just your brain that you need to use. We are in the age of 2023, for crying out loud. Many ways to get what we want. All you want is pressure. You want to apply pressure. That's why they're called pressure groups, to say this is the right thing that needs to be done, and we want it to be done. It is not through prayer and fasting. Nobody to make you to be dehydrated, because when you are dehydrated, your brain cannot function well. You need to eat. You need to drink fluid. Of course, you don't need to be obese, but you need to nourish yourself. Stop prayer and fasting. Nigerian problem is not spiritual. It's physical.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's true knowledge that you drive out ignorance. You don't use prayer and fasting to drive out ignorance. The people that are starving you in the name of making you to worship God, they don't do prayer and fasting. You see their children are orobo. Orobo, robo, robo, kipobo. How come they are orobo? Why you and your children, you are slimming down and like rope. thinking that that God is punishing you. So liberation is for you, our people. We now want to look at the Caliphate Conquest Agenda and Section 135 fraud. That's what we told you, that 1999 Constitution is your problem. So this is just example one. We are showing you one fraud that is making them to do everything that they're doing around the election. So we will show you inside the 1999 Constitution, because some people sometimes say, show us. Where is it? So we are showing you, because we do show and tell. We already told you that the Caliphate has 3 plans. Plan A, B, C. And they are pushing 3 of them simultaneously, because they divided labor, division of labor. This cabal is pushing this one. This cabal is pushing this one. This cabal is pushing this one. Anyone that materializes, they take it. Excuse me. Plan A, and the main plan is conquest. Plan B is martial powers, so that if the conquest is anywhere derailed, they assume martial powers, because they're already heading all the institutions. So they're able to take all the power and deny you your own. That's the meaning of martial powers. They will suspend your powers, the little power that you think you have as governor, chairman.
They've already started now by taking all your money, and now you're buying back your money. That's
exactly. Now you're buying back your money. Now say, so why did they do that? What was it for? Yes, to show you power. They just try, they test run this thing, what they can do to you when they assume martial powers. They are all trying all these things as they move. And you know what? They will still use your people, Igbo people. Have you wondered why is it that all these institutions, Igbo people are always their spokesperson? Is then they will bring to speak to you and speak English. Deceiving our people with fake English. There was something I wrote during the week. I told our people, I said, we are all speaking English, but you have to use your brain to know who is speaking the English and selling you, and who is honest and speaking the English and is revealing to you what the enemy is saying in
all
the
about.
and explaining it to you, so that you will be part of the discussion. It's for you to know who is working for you. So the plan B is martial powers. Then plan C is the election, which Ninas has told you is distraction. They are just using this Bubu Yaka election to distract you while they continue with their conquest and the martial powers. So they smuggled in a lot of fraud into the 1999 forgery, that constitution. That's why we say we did not make it, because there's no way I will make a constitution that is against me. A constitution that is against my success. A constitution that is for my damnation. There's no way I will make it. There's no way, man. It's a no-brainer. There's no way the people, the ethnic nations, will make a constitution that takes away everything that belongs to them.
No.
And puts them in slavery, perpetual slavery. It's impossible. And if the people have not made the constitution, that means there's no nation. And if there's no nation, whatever you have is illicit. So part of what they did was to smuggle these things, like some people smuggle some things into the Bible that we have. And I've told people, if you're reading the Bible, you'll be able to see the one that was smuggled in. If they tell you, slap this cheek, if your enemy slap you this cheek, you turn this side, and the enemy slap the other cheek, they smuggled it in. If your enemy slap you, if you can't slap back, hold the hands so that you stop slapping you, or run away. That's the common sense. If you read the Bible, anything you see inside the Bible that does not make sense, because our God is a common sense God. Our God laughs. Reading the Bible, you see, he laughs. Look at all the things. That's why I read from Old Testament. You see how he led people. Everything he did with people, you see, except when there's a miracle that he's doing, and you know that in that one, you see that his miracle, that he's trying to act. But most of that, he wants the people to do common sense things. He will tell you, go and marry wife, give birth, do this. Practical things that he told you. Our God is a practical God. He does not confuse us. That's why he's not an author of confusion. So we are saying that they smuggle things into that constitution. That's why it's forged, and then put our signature on it. There's no way we will sign our damnation.
Nope, not at all.
So in section 135, subsection 1 and 2 of 1999 constitution, 1999 forgery. That's what Sister Ndidi described it as. It's forgery. She should know. A sitting president could continue in the office should the situation arise where no successor in office has emerged to be sworn in under constitution mandated process, which is election. I will take it again. It says, when they have done their sham election, if for any reason there's nobody that has been constitutionally been presented, that
which right now we really don't have one.
Exactly. This is the person that needs to be sworn in. That if it happens, section 135, subsection 1 and 2 says the sitting president can continue.
Alamano.
Buhari can continue. Section 135, subsection 3 says if there is war, if the country suddenly there is war, National Assembly could extend the president's tenure 6 months at a time. Can do it many times, but 6 months at a time. Have you seen why they ran to grab the National Assembly just in case this one doesn't? Because we told you that they are in different groups and cabals. This one is pushing this one is it's a game. This one is pushing this one is pushing this. So if they continue as they were pushing all those insecurities and everything, and it turns into war, there is section in the constitution that will allow Buhari.
They just cover themselves up, are well-rounded, every corner.
Well-rounded. You they catch you. Come out from here, they catch you. Come out from here, they catch you. That's why you hear Nina say, there's no part of that constitution that will be touched. It has to be thrown into the trash. We are not amending any part, because you can't amend what you did not write. You start afresh. So there are traps in the electoral process. Which is their option C, their plan C is the election. So in that election process, they put out, my brother called booby traps everywhere. If you put leg here, bam, on your maggie. You put leg here, bam, on your mag. Anywhere you go, you are trapped. The first one is to deliberately collapse the election and assume martial powers. That was a plan. Because as they're going, they will be shifting and changing. If this one works, if this one does not work. If Ninas exposes them, they will run to the other side. If they expose them this side, they will run to the other side. That's why I see them making a lot of mistakes. Doing so many things that you look and say, this does not make sense. So there's one audio that was leaked by Malami when he was telling Buhari how he will assume martial powers if the election collapses. And we are not clear from that yet, because election is not concluded yet. We don't have conclusive election. So like we told you, they collapsed the election. So they can still assume martial powers if they want, where they are now. Part of the things they did before you got to the election, because they were thinking of collapsing it before. You know, anyone that walks out, because as they're doing, they're checking the people's reaction. They gave empty tickets to APC. And we told you that. When they gave him Muslim tickets, they were so sure that the people of Nigeria would reject him. Because you know, Christians are very emotional, which is why you saw they moved to Labour Party. And we are there shouting. Yeah, if you're a Christian, you must be with Labour Party. You must be because they've already set up the APC candidates like that. It's a setup. They made him to have Muslim tickets so that the people will reject him, thereby making that ticket that he bought 100 million naira empty. So they tried to use that. But the APC candidate, presidential candidate, fought back. You can see him when he was saying, I'm in local, they are trying to use money changing to sabotage me. They are doing this, that. He was even accusing his party members. He was fighting back hard. They moved from there. They went to widespread insecurities and crisis. That's why they brought terrorists Then from there, converted them into bandits. This is just trying to bring widespread insecurities and crisis, like a warlike situation. So there won't be election and they will assume martial powers. They try that. They also try fuel scarcity so that the people will just revolt. Get them crushed, push them too hard, and they will revolt and do something. The people decided to be like the toad that they put inside hot water. If they increase the heat, they'll do like this and stay again. If they increase the heat, they'll do like this again. Nigerians, we are doing like this inside hot water. They will jump and stay back. It didn't get to what they wanted. Then they brought currency color change and scarcity of cash, expecting the masses to revolt. The masses were like, okay, we are dying. My brother, can you help me buy food online? I can't eat food. We don't even have food to eat. Brother, sister. All their brothers and sisters abroad started sending food online. We go to supermarket and buy, pay online and ship to them, and kept them alive. So the revolt didn't work. And they continue. So the second trap was to deliberately derail the election for the president to continue in office. So it's like a train that is going on track. You derail it. You didn't stop it, but you derailed it. So it will go and jam something. It will still crash. You know what they did? They gave APC an empty mandate. When people were like, okay, we must go and vote. The Labour Party were like, LP, what did they say? LP, what that they were counting? LP. Everyone was, all of them were the LP. All the youths were shouting, LP, obedient, LP. It didn't work out. So they said, okay, we know what to do. We will drill even whatever you think you're doing. And we must vote. Crazy church people. Collect your PVC revolution. Collect your PVC. PVC in election conducted by lions, for lions, by lions.
Of lions.
You antelope. You are doing PVC campaign. What is concern lion when they do election? What is your business, Ndiara? You know what? Church people carried it. Now I can't hear their voices anymore. You know, it's the will of God. Let us accept everything as the will of God. But you, Judas God, you have led the people to their death, to deeper problem. You now jump about and say, after wearing your expensive suit, let's accept it as the will of God. You did not say let's accept it. I didn't shout it. This is not fair. No, we must get our mandate from who?
Go and get now. You're a slave in a camp and you want to go and get your mandate from your slave master. Try now. Try.
What
Go
right
and
do you
try.
have? What they declared cannot stand constitutionally. You know why? Because it's deficiency in FCT 25%. It cannot stand legally for anyone, all of them, because in the amendment, the new electoral act, it says that they have to transmit electronically. If that is not possible, you stop the election there. And something that you declare that, oh, I'm unable to complete this assignment. We have to stop here. We are not able. No, but they carried on, wobbly, and wobbled into wherever they were wobbling to. It cannot stand even factually, because we saw it. We saw they were reassigning votes. LP will get 1,000. They will share it among themselves and say, okay, let's give APC 600. LP, take 300. Whoa! Nothing we did not see in this camp, this slave camp called Nigeria. Nothing we did not see. And then Mahmoud, rather than say, okay, let's have a runoff, a rerun, he said, go to court. So on one hand, they gave APC an empty mandate, a mandate that they know that he cannot do anything with, setting the Yoruba people up. And those ones are in clubhouse getting mad I'm talking like people that their brain that they use the engine oil.
Is the Igbo people that bought that you charge arm and leg to sell land to, that is your problem now?
Imagine when the caliphate has given you an empty mandate, you are not even sensible enough to understand what just happened to you. On the other hand, Labour Party, all the other groups, they say go to court. Which court? Court that belongs to APC. They're already waiting for you there. The APC I'm talking of is the APC of Caliphate, because even the APC is divided. Inside the APC, you have Caliphate cabal, then you have Yoruba cabal. They are all inside there. We are explaining these things for you to follow the discussion and follow what is happening in Nigeria. The third trap they set was the plan to deliberately derail the inauguration. They have delayed the election, so they will not delay the election further, because we told you the election is not concluded yet, by derailing the inauguration. Inauguration is May 29th, right? That is what they're planning. You can see DSS, all those stories you're hearing. They were interim government. Oh, what? At the end of the day, power will remain in the north. Whether they did Abiola style, where they will outrightly give somebody tea and tell the person to go to the other side of the world, or they do Awolowo style and mago, make the person enter inside prison. Whatever that happens, power is not shifting from the north under the 1999 constitution. These Igbo fake politicians, listen and listen well. Power is not shifting from the north. The north, that is Caliphate, cannot trust any other person in this critical moment of the final phase of their conquest. They cannot trust anyone. They're not playing about it. It's just that right now they're playing Yorubas against Igbo so that they will kill themselves off. So when they finish dying, the one that is remaining, they will now come and kill that one. As we are, even if you say, oh, okay, this mandate is empty, let's have a runoff or a rerun or whatever, there is no way INEC will print 93 million, whatever they're using to print and do whatever, printing whatever voting stuff before 29th of May. It cannot happen. It cannot happen. There's another thing. The condition for presidential transfer of power is in the 1999 Constitution. We're talking about Section 135 fraud in your forged documents. So they put the condition, they have condition where you will transfer power. We are talking about derailing the inauguration. It has 3 subsections. Number 1 subsection has 4 subsections. The number 1, the A part of it is someone took oath of office. That means for you to transfer power from this president that is here, that has just finished 4 years, because they made the 4 years to be conditional. That 4 years that you hear, the tenure is 4 years. It's not automatic. That 4-year tenure is based on
contingent on something else.
Yes. That thing else is number 1. That there is somebody ready constitutionally, that they are even their fake constitution, right? Ready to take oath of office or just finish taking oath of office to hand over. Number 2, that the president died. Of course, he has not died, like the fake Biafra people deceived their people for years just to collect money that Buhari is dead. Look at his ear, look at his nose. Even when you take picture, you look at yourself, you know that if you look through mirror, there's what we call reflex this thing that makes opposite to look like the other one. This Ekberima will tell my people, you see the ear, they fixed it, they brought it, it's now on the left, it's now on the right. My people, online Biafra people, how far? Those ones, they have carried those ones inside one corner. When we tell people that what you're inside is Motondori, one chance. They have carried you. Anybody talking about Biafra is Motondori, because there's no Biafra to be restored. Not us. Nigeria has already conquered Biafra and swallowed and balkanized Biafra. So they have pieces Biafra. If you mention Biafra, they will kill you. If you mention it, ordinary mention. So please stop allowing them to kill our people for no just reason. So we'll go back to the. So president died. He didn't die. He's there. Next one is the president resigned. He's not resigning. He's the caliphate commander. He's the commander general for the caliphate military army. How do you think he will resign? He's not resigning. Our president was impeached. Who won impeach him? Who won impeach him? Put your hand now. Go impeach. Try. Hey, break your hand. So we say, we have mentioned that the subsection 2 is based on subsection 1. So it's like somebody gave you this and took this one. Abracadabra. Then the subsection 3 is war or crisis, which we say is National Assembly. And if you go there, you see them, they're already positioned there waiting. So anywhere you come and you're like, hey, you know, that bush rat, you jump out like this, bam, they hit you. You jump out like this, bam, they hit you. I allow my sister to tell us.
You have to give these people some credit, right? Because they're not lying about what they're going to do to us. Everything is out in the open. So it's our people that are lying to themselves as if they are building a nation with someone who wants to build a nation with you. If somebody wants to conquer you, you're there pretending like your brothers and sisters. And every day they're telling you, as long as you are playing the game of democracy, they will deal with you. As long as you live in their estate, they will deal with you. As long as you're in one Nigeria, they will finish you off. But what you're hearing is you're believing God for what God is going to do for you. And we're wasting our time. So what is the way out of this caliphate trap that we find ourselves in? Because it's a trap. Like my sister said, everywhere you come out, Hajjun, anywhere you come out, Hajjun, as we are trying to, get our balance together, they are now, citing whatever with the other group and saying, blame it on the other group. The only way out of this nonsense, the only way out is for us to immediately enforce the NINA's constitutional force majeure by halting whatever that is left of this journey to Golgotha and move us into union reconfiguration. We cannot say this enough. We have to transition because you guys, I heard that our brother Peter B didn't bring any money. That money was brought by other people when he owns Fidelity Bank. I'm just saying that he owns a Fidelity Bank, and people that are hungry that could have contributed to Nina's course, use it to do other things that are important. They gave somebody that owns a bank that is charging you money to get your money out of your bank. You gave them money to come and drive a car that does not have any engine, that he came out and told you doesn't have any engine, that he knew that the process is what? You guys gave him money. So the only way out of your mess, now you don't have a way out. The only way out of your trap is for you guys to enforce the NINA's constitutional force majeure and move us into union reconfiguration. Under the current constitution basis, we are all, again, we live in their camp. We live in a slave camp where we do not have rights to anything. Where have we right to? Even when they put, even if they put Jesus Christ of Nazareth, they will control him. We already know that. And I know Jesus will not take that chance to come to Nigeria and rule you guys. So this is what we need to say and share to others and spread everywhere. We're not here to fight with anyone. We just want this madness to end so that we can move forward. We will never move forward on a faulty foundation. Also, let's go and vote first, then we'll come and fix it. Also, let's go and fast. Also, my business is going okay. No, I don't need to rock the boat. And it will come for you. Because anywhere you see injustice and you keep it to fester, very soon you will be a victim of that injustice. It's just a matter of time. So what we need to say and share to others and spread everywhere is that NINAS is right. The Constitution is the problem. And what do we need to do? We need to transition now so that we can move for union reconfiguration. Transition now. No other way out. And we cannot end once again without again reminding you guys what we are proposing. The summary of our proposition, the 5-point proposition for us to get out of this mess. It's not too late. They have left us 20-something years ago with their Sharia state,
They have done everything that they can. And then on top of that, they come from their shared state and come and be doing election with you. And you're allowing Americans to come and tell you, you know, a democracy. More lawyer and goof. There are Americans who come and say, oh, allow this election to go by. If you don't, you won't get visa. Visa to come and do what? To start buying eggs, a crate of egg, $8. You're allowing people now for them to tell you the Oko Alam is democracy. We are watching them. They will even pay movie stars to come and tell us. Because for years, we've been watching movies. After you watch it for a while, you think what you're seeing in movies is real. You don't know they are making money for themselves. So now they will come and get them to come into our brain and tell us, oh, Nigeria, the hellfire that we live in called Nigeria is democracy. Ashashi. So we're looking for an acknowledgement of grave constitutional grievances raised in this union dispute, as we declared in 2020, and express commitment to decommission the imposed 1999 unitary constitution or 1999 forgery, but that's what it is. An express commitment to shelve no further election, like we told you guys, you're here. So we need to order an immediate transitioning process for fresh constitutional protocols. And then the fourth one says an invitation to the constituents of peoples of Nigeria to work out the modalities for the transitioning arrangements. An invitation to the constituent peoples of Nigeria to work out the modalities for transitioning arrangements. Everyone, because I know we're not used to being kind to others. We're not used to giving right to our drivers and our housekeepers and this. We're talking about everyone, even the people that you thought less than. We want them to be part of this process, because at the end of the day, it's their destiny that we are talking about. And last but not least, an announcement of a time-bound two-stage transitioning process, which shall in the first stage feature multi-regional referendums by which constituent components shall recommit to or opt out of the Nigerian Union, and in the second, distilled terms of union as may be dictated by the outcome of the referendums. Referendums, not the 419 referendums, not that one. Not the one that people charge money to do for so many years and nothing came of it. Through referendums that will be monitored by the international communities. We need to end this. We need to end this charade. We need to end this faulty foundation. We need to end this madness. And it's for our betterment. It's like, now. I know I want to go to mass. I want to go to mass. So I'm willing to stay up night and do the mathematics and stop turning my homework and go and hang in with the scientists so they can show me how to go to the mass. And then you want me to stay with someone that said, no, I want to go and kill a bird in the forest. Or better yet, I want to kill other people and look at their blood spill on the road. There is we are not in the same distance. Why are we forcing each other to be the same? It's okay. Go and sit in the forest and eat in Shinketa. Let me go to NASA and talk to the scientists so I can see how I can get to the Mars. Is that too much to ask for? So that those people that want to stay on the other side can do what they want. They have the right to their self-determination. If that's what they want to do, that's the harachi baby. But I don't want to be held down because somebody owns a business in somewhere else, or you're thinking if this thing happens, your business will fall, the world will come to an end, this and that. Even if it comes to an end, it's only for the moment. Because we know what we are building, you will eventually get where you want to go. But we cannot afford to run in circles anymore. It's tiring. It's not leading us anywhere. It's not fair for us to bring our children out to come and succeed somewhere else called America when other children are stuck back home and they cannot succeed. They're even losing their minds nowadays. Let's end this madness. Our announcement, listen to our sister. She's on Spotify and Clubhouse. On Tuesdays, we end with Nina's is right. We start with Nina's and transition now. Help us to tweet these things. These are the little things you can do from your neck of the wood to propagate this information. Send the tweet out. Even if you want to do it every day, Tuesday means everyone doing it at the same time will give us bigger volume. As always, we have videos on ninasvoice.org. Our videos is out there at daughtersoftrue.org. Go and learn. If you have any question, call us. Send information. We have a bunch of brothers and sisters that reached out this past week asking for PowerPoints. We love that. We want to hear from you. We want the feedback. we may not get back to you immediately, but we will. That's how serious we are about this. We just want the best for everyone trapped in that place called Nigeria. The best for everyone, even the enemies, even the ones that have pure hatred and say that we are their problem. Even those ones, all of them. We just want to live with dignity. We want to live in a nation where our children will have the right to progress. We want to live in a nation where our children will have the right to run and be whatever they want to be. We want to live in a nation where we are not brainwashed because we are so hungry and we believe in God to come and feed us. We want to do better for our people. And that will continue until the end of time. So we'll see you guys next week. As always, please help us to share, help us to like, summarize this information to other people. The videos are there. Share these things in your church group, in your meeting groups, in your neighborhood groups, wherever you may find yourself. Share this information. Share this information. Do not be shy about saving your people. Do not be shy about speaking for your people. Stop giving your money to fake pastors. Use it to help those around you. Use it to improve the life of people around you. Use it to do good around you. Stop giving it to so-called men of God. They have done nothing but to bring chaos, confusion. They are in partnership with our slave masters. Because go and get. It's only for the politician to come and visit them and give them their own share.
Yes.
Help our people around us. Help do whatever you can. Let's share things that we have, things that you're not using. You're not gonna that needs it and hand it over to them. We need to do good for ourselves. We are looking for community well-being. I know you guys are not used to hearing that. Oh, ego set uniform, vacation, plane, motor, here, is doing well. However, we want all of our people to do well. All of them. It may not be at the same level, but they will be living with dignity, for God's sake. They will be living with dignity. And that's what we are praying for. That's what we're believing God for. And if there's still God in heaven, I know there's no way he will not honor that request. Amen. So we'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining us. Like always, you are a stakeholder in what we're doing. We appreciate you. If you're, like my sister said, running into this video the first time, please help us to share. You can contact us. From next week, we're going to start giving our phone numbers. For those of you that want to reach out, we are here. Sister Ekwe is always here, always alive. So we can answer your questions and address your concerns. So until next week, take care.
Take care. Bye. Love you.
Bye.